we get set for action inside Bob Seacrest Fieldhouse for the final game of the Bob Seacrest Classic. Played in honor of the legendary head coach for Mineral Area College, Bob Seacrest, 24-year head coach, in fact, and getting over 465 career victories. Both teams huddling up right before tip-off, getting their final instructions from their head coaches. Yesterday, Mack won against Lang Prep 108-66. Kennedy King lost against Three Rivers College last night. And earlier today, Lang Prep and Three Rivers College played each other, and Three Rivers got a 92-71 victory over Lang Prep. Mack and Three Rivers won't be facing each other in this particular tournament, but don't worry, they'll have plenty of meetings left to go later in the season when they face each other in MCC-AC conference play. Tip-off is underway, and it's won by Zack Cameron of the Cardinals. And Roman Young has the basketball for Mineral Area, moving right to left. Into the elbow he goes. Backdoor cut to a Hale. The pass was too far as it goes out of bounds. And an early turnover for Mack, giving the ball to Kennedy King for the first time. A bit of a full court pressure from Mack as they show a three-quarter zone. And Bobby Parker at the top, long pass, and that goes out of bounds. Trying to save it there was Waters, but he was unable to do so. Too high over his head. Out of bounds on the far sideline, and both teams turning it over in the first 15 seconds of the game. Now Roman Young, the sophomore, out of Wichita, Kansas, gets it into the elbow with Cameron. Left side looking in, and he'll give it back to Young. Thought about the three, instead tries the ball screen, gets a mismatch. Right-handed dribble, kicks out to Bobby Parker, open for three, and got it. Bobby Parker opens up the scoring as it's a 3-0 lead for Mineral Area College. Back up the floor come the Statesmen, stolen away from Sammy Davis, and up come Mineral Area once again. A handoff to a Hale, he'll try a three and hit it. Back-to-back threes for Mineral Area College, a 6-0 lead early on as we approach 19 to play in the first half. Still a bit of a full court pressure from Mack. They're trying to bait him into that half-court trap as they break the press. Waters with the basketball, well away from the basket, near half court. A Hale guarding him. Left-handed dribble, gets past him, will kick it out instead. Here's a drive for Darling. He'll hand off to Davis, who puts up a floater. No, but an offensive rebound, and the putback is in from John Wilson, and he puts the Statesman on the board for the first time. It's 6-2. Roman Young with the basketball, moving right to left. He'll drive and lob, but didn't get to Cameron, deflected away, and back come the Statesmen. Here's Davis, runs into a Hale, and offensive foul. A Hale drawing the charge, and that foul goes on. Correction, that was Daman Greene who picks up his first personal. And it's 6-2 early on. 18-18 to go in half number one. Charging up court is Roman Young. Across the half-court line, passes right to Bobby Parker. Gets it back to the top with Lance Singh. Now they swing it around to the corner with Young again. Thought about the three, instead gets the ball screen and goes to the left wing. Inside block to Zack Cameron. Backing down his man. Will kick out to a Hale. He's open from the corner. That one too short. And a rebound pulled down by Davis. He races it up himself the other way from left to right. Behind the back dribble past his man and lays it up with the left hand, and it goes through. Nifty move from Sammy Davis. He gets on the scoreboard for the first time. It's 6-4. Mack with the early lead. Surveying his options, Young. Gets it to the elbow with Cameron. Backdoor cut by a Hale. Shot was blocked, but a foul. That goes on to Mon Greene, and that's two quick fouls on Greene. And a Hale will go to the line for two shots. Jaime Hale yesterday, 15 points on 5 of 10 from beyond the arc. One of 5 players for the Cardinals in double figures against Lang Prep last night in their 42-point victory. Hale at the line, and his first free throw up and off the back iron, no good. One of the Achilles heels for this Mineral Area College team early on on their 4-1 start. Yes, they're good offensively, but not very good at the free throw line. They are under 58% from the line as a team. Second free throw rims out again, so missed free throws by Jaime Hale as it remains 6-4 Mineral Area. We're under 17.5 to play first half. The point guard, Waters, being guarded by a Hale, racing around him, and still with the basketball, dribbling around, gets a ball screen, left line, and dribbles to the free throw line, gets it to his man, and a nice block by Zack Cameron on the shot from Donnell Darling, and Mineral Area comes the other way. Here's Lance Singh, a tough shot at the rim. He missed it, but trying to get his own miss. The ball goes out of bounds and last off of Singh on the far sideline, and it's a turnover for Mack as the Statesmen will have the basketball with 16:57 to play in the first half, and still a 2-point lead for the Cardinals. With the basketball is Javon Waters. Brings it up and being guarded by Bobby Parker. Trying to trap him in that corner, and they get it onto the left wing with Davis. It gets deflected on the pass. Waters gets the basketball, shoots it from mid-range, and it is missed long. And Mineral Area brings down the rebound. Back the other way they go. Open for three is Parker from the corner. It rims out, and a rebound brought down by Waters. He'll bring it back himself across the timeline. Roman Young guarding him on the near sideline. Now to the top of the key. Hands off to Darling against Parker. Now he'll come near sideline, backing out with 14 to shoot. And 16:10 to go first half. He'll run it down to 9 seconds to shoot with a ball screen. Gets past Parker into the lane and runs into a man. It's another offensive foul. This time Roman Young draws the charge. And the first foul on Donnell Darling. The third team foul already for the Statesmen. And with 16:03 to go in the first half, Mineral Area maintains their 6-4 lead early on. Roman Young with the basketball, moving right to left for Mineral Area. Passes right side to Parker, gets it right back. Will drive with the left hand, kicks out to a Hale for an open three. Off the front iron, no good, and a backside rebound by Darling. He comes the other way with it himself. Young picks him up, and they try and trap him in the corner with a Hale. They'll give it to the far corner, and a three taken by John Wilson. That's no good. And Singh brings down the rebound for the Cardinals. They race the other way. Parker into the lane, rolls it up and in. Nice move by Bobby Parker. He has 5 early points. And a stoppage in play as the ball got away from the official momentarily. And Mineral Area will get a delay of game warning after that. But they'll be able to get their substitutions in as Kevin Hamlet comes in, as well as Maurice Edwards, who comes off a 19-point performance off the bench yesterday. And it looks like a timeout will be called by Kennedy King, just a 30-second timeout, so we'll keep it here. With 15:26 to go in the first half, Mineral Area leads 8-4 up on the Butler Supply scoreboard. Thank you to Butler Supply in Farmington for keeping the J98, KREI, and KJEF scoreboard lit up tonight. If you're in need of electrical or plumbing products, visit Butler Supply in Farmington today or go online to butlersupply.com. Andy Humphrey inside the Mineral Area College broadcast booth. Mineral Area College is your next step. 5 early points for Bobby Parker, a 3, as well as a Layin that was just made to make it 8-4. Jaime Hale also has a 3, and the early story so far is that one of the Kennedy King starters, Daman Greene, has had to come off with 2 early fouls in the first couple of minutes, and so he is off the court at the moment. And Mineral Area, who has scored in triple digits in each of the last 2 contests, once against Quincy's JV squad earlier last week, and again last night against Lang Prep on this court in the Bob Seacrest Classic. So far are off to a slower start offensively in this one, not really on pace for 100 points as they lead at 8-4 with under 15.5 to play in the first half, but still very early as Kennedy King has the basketball moving left to right. Full court pressure shown. Fabio Sonell also in the game for Mineral Area as they get it across the timeline. Kennedy King has it with Javon Waters. That ate up a lot of the shot clock. It's at 17. Being guarded by Maurice Edwards. Waters between the legs dribble. Calling out signals. Gets it into the elbow with Wilson. Inside post. That's the big man, Paris London, I should say, as he gets fouled on his way up. and the foul will go on Max Fabio Sonel, his first personal and the first team foul on the Cardinals. That actually was a missed shot by London, and getting the putback attempt was Wilson, so he'll be the one at the line for 2 shots. The first one is up and good. So it's now 8-5 with Mineral Area on top, 15:01 to go in the first half on the Butler Supply scoreboard. Here's the second free throw off the rim, off the backboard, and in. So 2 of 2 at the line is John Wilson to cut the lead to 2 as we approach under 15 to play in the first half. Moving right to left is Maurice Edwards against Darling. Looking around for options with the left-handed dribble, gets a ball screen from Hamlet. Backdoor cut to a Hale. He wasn't looking for the ball. It comes off him, but he's able to save it from going out of bounds. Gets the basketball again in the corner. Cross-court pass to Edwards. Leaves it for Sonel in the corner. Thought about the 3 and is being left open. Instead, he'll go low block to Hamlet. His shot, no, off the back iron. And a rebound pulled down by London. Back come the Statesmen with Waters. Weaves through a couple of defenders and now backs it out again. Drives with the left hand. He'll take an off-balance fadeaway jumper, and he hits to tie up the score at 8 with 14:15 to go first half. Cardinals with the basketball, moving right to left. Edwards against Darling. Gives to the left elbow with Hamlet. Looking to pass it off. Instead, he'll go with the left hand and lay it up and in. Nice move by Hamlet as he deked the throw over to the baseline and was able to find an open lane to the basket and extends the lead. It's 10-8 with Mineral Area on top. They get it across the timeline again against the pressure due Kennedy King. As they back it out once again, here's Darling with the left hand, bumped by a Hale, and Jaime will get called for the foul as Darling went on the drive there. And the first foul on Jaime Hale. Foul will be on the floor, so the Statesmen will have the basketball underneath the basket. When we come back, we have a timeout on the floor with 13:40 to go in the first half. 10-8, Mineral Area leads up on the Butler Supply scoreboard. This is Mineral Area College basketball on J98. Mineral Area College broadcast booth. Mineral Area College is your next step. Andy Humphrey along with you from the Bob Seacrest Fieldhouse. 13:40 to go in the first half. 10-8 is the score with Mineral Area on top. Kennedy King with the basketball, moving left to right as they inbound underneath their own basket. They have 15 seconds to shoot, swinging around the perimeter. Here's Waters at the top, guarded by Sonel. He'll pass left side to Darling. Drives inside, now backs it out and passes it over across the court to Waters. 4 to shoot against Sonel. Waters lays it off at the low block, and just getting it off before the shot clock expired was Daman Greene, who's back in the game with 2 fouls, and he gets it to go and ties the score at 10. Maurice Edwards for the Cardinals on the other end. Hands off to Parker. At the low block he goes, or correction, that's the elbow with Hamlet. Backs out to Edwards once again. Working against his man there. Passes to Sonel back at the top with Parker. Kicks out to Hamlet. Thought about the 3. Instead, he'll drive with the left hand. Stumbles, and he got fouled on the way to the rim. It'll be a blocking foul on Kennedy King. We'll see who it's on. 22, that's John Wilson. Wilson with his first personal. As Mineral Area has the basketball underneath the hoop. And they'll back it out once again with 15. Here's Parker between the circles against Waters. Parker, left hand. And Sonel lost the handle as he tried to receive the pass. And it's another turnover for the Cardinals. Score still tied at 10, 12:41 to go first half. Waters with the basketball, moving left to right for Kennedy King, guarded by Edwards. Between the legs crossover, goes to the left elbow, kicks out. And there's Sammy Davis who drove. He'll kick back out to Waters from the corner for 3 off the front iron. Put back, no. Another offensive rebound by Davis. He goes to a wide open Darling for 3, and that's missed. Parker finally brings down the rebound for the Cardinals. He'll lay it off to Edwards at the perimeter. Jump stop, into the lane he goes and lays it in for 2. Maurice Edwards showing that energy he had last night. With a 19-point performance off the bench for Mineral Area, he gets his first basket, and this time he fouls Waters as he drove to the rim. And so with A 12-10 score, Mineral Area on top, under 12 to go in the first half. They'll bring on a bevy of substitutions. 4 new guys into the ball game for Mineral Area. Demonte Harris, Roman Young, Lance Singh, and Zack Cameron all coming onto the floor. And looks like another timeout called by Kennedy King, their second already that they've taken. And we'll go ahead and take it with them with 11:59 to go in the first half. Mineral Area 12, Kennedy King 10 up on the Butler Supply scoreboard. This is Mineral Area College basketball on J98. Back inside the Mineral Area College broadcast booth. Mineral Area College is your next step. 12-10 is the score. Mineral Area College men's basketball team on top of the Kennedy King Statesmen with 11:59 to go in the first half. Want to thank Bloomsdale Bank in Bloomsdale, St. Genevieve, Herculaneum in Crystal City, State Farm Insurance agent Eric Schweiss in Farmington, Butler Supply in Farmington, Gilster Mary Lee Corporation, Mike Welker in Perryville, and Mineral Area College in Park Hills for sponsoring tonight's broadcast. As we now are set for action once again as both teams break their huddles. Kennedy King has the basketball underneath the Mack goal as they move from left to right. In their all maroon uniforms, Mineral Area in all whites. Waters will be the inbounder for the Statesman. He gets the basketball and will trigger it into Darling on the left wing. Guarded by Singh. And backs it out a bit with 15 to shoot. Left-handed drive. He'll go to the rim, but lost the handle, and Harris takes down the loose ball. Fast break, go the Cardinals. Up to Cameron. He missed the lay-in, but got fouled. And he'll go to the line for 2 shots. Kennedy King didn't like the call, but it'll go on Waters, his first personal. And the 15 foul already on Kennedy King. And to the line for 2 shots is Zack Cameron, who last night scored 9 points and pulled down 3 rebounds against Lang Prep, the 6'10", 215-pound sophomore out of Sacramento, California. And the 42% free throw shooter misses the front end there. And here's the second one. This one is good. So Cameron 1 of 2 at the line. And he makes it 13-10 Mineral Area with 11:41 to go in the first half. Waters brings it up the floor. Roman Young guarding him. Left to right they move as Waters crosses over. The pass is out of bounds as his intended target, Greene, cut for the basket, but the pass was to the outside. And another turnover for Kennedy King. Cardinals with a 3-point lead and the basketball, moving right to left with Roman Young. He'll drive to the left corner and now bring it back to the top. Passes left side to Lance Singh. Foul line extended. He gets a ball screen and almost lost the handle, but instead goes to the rim. Nice move. Didn't make the layup. Cameron tried to slant it down on the putback, and there's a foul underneath after the rebound, and it'll go on Lance Singh for the Cardinals. That's his first. And with 11:11 to go in the first half, 13-10 is the score. Mineral Area on top of Kennedy King, who have the basketball with Javon Waters bringing it up. Calls out the signals, and a 1-3-1 zone shown by Mineral Area, and they get a turnover on the far sideline. Roman Young triggering the fast break to Singh. His shot blocked, but a foul. Sammy Davis went way up to block that shot of Lance Singh, but instead he gets ticketed for the foul, and that is his first, 6th team foul on the Statesman, and Lance Singh will have 2 free throws at the line. Singh was in double figures last night with 15 points, 3 boards, 4 assists. First free throw up and no good. 1 of 5 from the line early on are the Cardinals. They shoot 58% from the free throw line in their first 5 games coming into this one. Here's the second from Singh. This one's good. And that makes it 14-10. The Cardinals with the lead over the Statesmen, under 11 to play first half. Trying to trap him in this near corner on the half-court line are the Cardinals, but they break the press. As here's a drive from Sammy Tamis on the baseline. He went up with it, and an offensive foul. They're saying he cleared away on Jaime Hale, and that's foul number 2 on Sammy Davis. The 7th team foul, but that's a player control, so no bonus just yet. As Davis comes off the floor, and Paris London comes onto the floor. Man, that's a creative name. Paris London, two big cities in France and England. He's on the floor guarding Zack Cameron, who now gets the basketball on the low block. Faked the shot, drives, and tries the hook in the middle of the lane. Got it to go. Good job by Zack Cameron as he gets a field goal, and his first points of the game, or correction, he has 3, and he extends the lead to 6 for the Cardinals. Driving with it, Daman Greene against a Hale. He wants a clear out on the near sideline. He wants to take a Hale on himself, tries to pass it off. It's deflected away by Young out of bounds. And with 12 on the shot clock, Kennedy King will have it on the far sideline with 10:04 to play first half, down by 6. Waters with the basketball. He took it behind half court and now crosses the timeline again. Passes to Darling on the near side, and as he drove, a foul called on the floor, and that will go on Lance Singh. That's his second, and he has to take a seat. And Fabio now comes back onto the floor. That should reset the shot clock to 20. That's a new rule in college this year. On the near sideline, the Statesman will inbound, and they go back out to Waters behind half court, and now brings it across the timeline again. Another 1-3-1 zone look on defense for the Cardinals as they try to find the soft spot. Kennedy King does. Into the low block they go. Now they kick it out to Greene, who tried to drive against a Hale. Good defense by Jaime. Nice bounce pass into London, and he got it off the glass and in. Paris London cuts the lead to 4 for Mineral Area with his first bucket of the game. And we're under 10 or 9.5 to play in the first half. The Cardinals lead 16-12. Young with the basketball, gives it to Hale at the top. He's open for 3. He takes it, and it's just to the left. No good. Rebound pulled down by the Statesman. Darling driving against Young, got past him and trying to draw the charge with Sonell, but he was falling a little early, and he'll get called for the block instead. His second foul. And that's the 6th team foul on the Cardinals. Bobby Parker will come in and take Fabio Sonell off to the bench. Kennedy King will inbound underneath the basket. And Waters gives it to Daman Greene, who will back it out to the near sideline, guarded by Young. Greene with the left hand. Picks up the dribble. Now it's to pass it off. He'll give it to Darling with 13 to shoot. Near the far corner, and at the timeline is Darling. Drives with the left hand against Demonte Harris. Missed the lay-in, and Cameron pulls down the rebound for the Cardinals. But he gets it taken away as he tries to pull the fast break the other end. As Darling gets the steal, and he'll give it back to Waters at the top with 8:40 to play in the first half. 16-12, Cardinals with the lead. Waters, guarded by Young, gets a ball screen from London with the left hand, and he'll try a step-back 3. That's too short. And a rebound pulled down by Roman Young. One of the littlest guys, but he's averaging 4.6 rebounds a game as the fast break the other way goes to Demonte Harris. Tried the lay-in, but got his shot blocked. He'll go to the line for 2 after the foul. Foul goes on Paris London, his first. And Demonte Harris with 2 chances at the line, trying to reverse the Cardinals' luck at the foul stripe early on. 2 of 6 as a team, and this one is off the rim, no good. Now 2 of 7 from the line are the Cardinals as Maurice Edwards comes back onto the floor for Roman Young. 1 more for Demonte Harris, who had 12 points yesterday on 6 of 7 shooting. He misses the second. 2 of 8 from the line are the Cardinals early on. They still have a 4-point lead with 8:15 to play first half. Greene against Edwards, goes to the foul line, picks up the dribble, and he's in the lane, but gets out and gives it back to the top with John Wilson, guarded by Demonte Harris. Into the low block they go with Waters. He picks up his dribble, kicks it out on the far sideline. Here's a long 2 from Greene, no, and the rebound bounces a couple times and eventually falls to the Statesman with Waters. So a fresh shot clock for Kennedy King. Waters, guarded by Parker. Passes left side to Greene against Edwards. Gets a ball screen. Goes back to the top of the key. At the left wing, foul line extended to Waters. Looking inside, 11 to shoot. Waters still with the basketball and will now run it down to 6 seconds to shoot. With the left hand, he goes against Parker, and a foul before the shot. This will go on, I believe, Bobby Parker, yes. And that's the 7th team foul on the Cardinals, so it means a 1-and-1 chance for Waters at the line. First foul on Parker. And it looks like the Cardinals will take a full timeout with 7:25 to go in the first half. They lead at 16-12 over Kennedy King up on the Butler Supply scoreboard. This is Mineral Area College basketball on J98. Inside the Mineral Area College broadcast booth, Mineral Area College is your next step. The final game of the Bob Seacrest Classic. Mineral Area College men's basketball team leads 16-12 over the Kennedy King Statesmen with 7:25 to play in the first half. A 1-and-1 chance at the line for Kennedy King's point guard, Javon Waters. And Waters, the sophomore from Chicago, Illinois, will put up the first free throw. It's up and good. So that cuts the lead to 3 for the Cardinals. Waters with one more. Dribbles the ball numerous times and puts up this second shot. It is good. He is 2 of 2 and cuts the lead to 16-14 Mineral Area with 7:22 to go in the first half. Maurice Edwards running point for the Cardinals. Passes left block to Kevin Hamlet. Being double teamed now and guarded by London Paris as he goes up with it with the right hand and it falls off the right side of the rim, no good. Rebound pulled down by Kennedy King. Nice bounce pass by Waters all the way to Daman Greene, who gets the lay-in and the tie. 16-16, under 7 to play first half. It has been hard fought up and down so far on both sides. Hamlet with it at the left elbow. Nice pass to Harris. He drives on the back cut and lays it in for 2. So Mack with the 2-point lead right back. 18-16, 6:39 to play first half. Demonte Harris with his first points of the game. Waters with it, moving left to right for Kennedy King, guarded by Edwards. Gets past his man, now to the elbow, has to kick it out, and Harris tips away the pass. Up ahead to Edwards, gave it to Parker, jams it home with 2 hands, and he got contacted, and he'll go to the line for 1. Bobby Parker slams it down with the foul and has one more chance, extends it to 20-16, 6:19 to play in the first half. We'll take a timeout. It's brought to you by the Soap Lady. Don't waste another penny on soap products. Call the Soap Lady today. Mineral Area College with a 4-point lead. This is Mineral Area College basketball on J98. A 20-16 lead for the Mineral Area College Cardinals with 6:19 to play in the first half up on the Butler Supply scoreboard. Andy Humphrey inside the Mineral Area College broadcast booth. Mineral Area College is your next step. Bobby Parker will have one more free throw at the line after jamming it home on the fast break and drawing the contact from Daman Greene, who picks up his 3rd foul of the game. And with 6:19 to play in the first half, Bobby Parker with 1 free throw, and 2 of 8 from the line are the Cardinals early on. And this one is up and good, so now they're 3 of 9 as Bobby Parker hits that to complete the 3-point play and make it a 5-point lead for the Cardinals. From left to right move Kennedy King with Waters, and they trap him in the near sideline, but he gets it away to Darling, and they'll try and trap him on that sideline as well with Edwards and Harris, and they turn him over. Up ahead to Harris, got it away from the man and laid it up and in on the fast break. Perfectly executed by Edwards and Harris with the defense, turning it into offense. They lead by 7 with under 6 to play in the first half. Darling gets it stolen away by Roman Young. 2 on 3 as Young will take it up himself with the left hand. It's good. The fast break is fueling the offense for the Cardinals as they turn over Kennedy King once again, and they have to take a timeout with 5:35 to play. And Mineral Area College with a 9-point lead after 2 quick buckets by Demonte Harris and Roman Young after quick turnovers by Kennedy King. I want to thank a few more of our sponsors, including the Soap Lady in Bonne Terre, Midwest Sports Center in Farmington, Parkland Health Mart Pharmacy in Deloge, Fredericktown in Ironton, Comtree in Festus, and YMCA of Jefferson County in Festus. So it's a 25-16 lead for Mineral Area College up on Kennedy King with 5:35 to play in the first half. Nice job by Bobby Parker so far. He has 8 early points, as well as Demonte Harris, who has 4 off the bench. 3 points for Zack Cameron so far. And Maurice Edwards with 2, Kevin Hamlet with 2, and Roman Young with a bucket as well. Kennedy King with the basketball, inbounding on the near sideline. They'll give it to Waters at behind back court. And we approach under 5.5 to play. Waters against Young, passes left side to Darling. Edwards picks him up, and Darling looking for it against the 2-3 zone now for Mineral Area College. And Luke Strage alluded to using different defenses earlier in the broadcast, and this pass is tipped away by Hamlet. He passes up ahead to Harris, driving on the other side, kicked out to Edwards, but a foul before the pass. And it'll go on Daman Greene, and by my count, that's number 4 on Daman Greene, but it's actually number 3. Thought he had the last foul when Bobby Parker drew the contact and got the dunk just a few moments ago, but instead it's 2 shots for Demonte Harris. His first one is up and off the front iron and rolls off, no good. He's now 0 of 3 at the line. Coming onto the floor for Daman Greene is Paris London for Kennedy King. Another free throw for Demonte Harris. He gets this one to go and now has 5 points. Extends it to a 10-point lead for Mineral Area College. 26-16, 5:05 to play first half. Waters crosses half court and immediately gets pressure by Harris. Passes right side to Darling. His pass deflected, and saving it from going out of bounds is Davis. Inside to Paris London, and it gets knocked away as Roman Young picks up the loose ball and races back the other way for Mineral Area College. Leaves it for Edwards. Kicks out to Parker. Open for 3. He got it. Bobby Parker with 11 points in the first half and 4:40 to play. 29-16. Cardinals opening up a 13-point lead. Waters getting pressured by Harris at the top. Passes left side to Davis. He got it back. Waters again pressured by Harris. Into Davis again in the far corner. Waters gets it back and now drives to the right side. 9 to shoot. A lot of pressure from Edwards, and he'll get called for the reach in as Edwards picks up his second foul. And that'll mean free throws again for Waters, as that's the 8th team foul on Mineral Area College. And so a 1-and-1 chance for Waters. Hamlet takes a seat, and on comes Zack Cameron. Fabio Sonell also set to check in, and he'll take off Beau Edwards. So here's another 1-and-1 chance for Javon Waters. He was 2 of 2 at the line last time. He's now 3 of 3 after hitting that next one. It's now 29-17. Mack on top with 4:18 to play first half. Waters with one more. Here it is. It's good. An 11-point lead for the Cardinals. Moving right to left with the basketball. Roman Young brings it up the floor at point. Guarded by Javon Waters, calling out signals. Drives right side into the lane, kicks out to Sonell. Open from 3 at the corner, off the back iron, no good. Long rebound comes to Waters. He'll race it back up the floor himself. Picked up by Young, leaves it for Darling. Drove baseline, goes up with the right hand, shots blocked, but comes down to Darling, who gets his own miss. And now backs it out to the top for Waters again with 15 to shoot. It didn't reset with 3:47 to go first half. 11-point lead for the Cardinals. Driving with the left hand, Waters off the glass and lays it up and in. Javon Waters has been the offensive spark for Kennedy King so far with 8 points. And we have 3:33 to play first half. 29-20 is the score. Mack on top. Backdoor cut by Parker. His reverse lane is blocked and goes out of bounds on the baseline. Mineral Area will keep it with 18 to shoot and 3:27 up on the game clock. Young will inbound it for the Cardinals. Looking for an option, gives it to Parker. He's wide open from the far corner. This one's just missed, but Young gets the offensive rebound. Tried to put it back up, got the shot blocked again, and it'll go out of bounds again. Mineral Area keeps it underneath the basket. 9-point lead for the Cards. 3:21 to play first half. Young looking inside, but has to go all the way back across half court to Demonte Harris, who will give it back to Roman Young. Looks for a signal from Luke Strage on the far sideline, or on the near sideline, I should say. And now drives right side with 15 to shoot. Kicks out to Cameron. He's wide open from the top of the key for 3. Bang! Zack Cameron rattles it home from downtown. He has 6 points, and with under 3 to play, it's 32-20. Mack on top of Kennedy King. They have the basketball moving left to right. 1-3-1 shown by Mack once again. Cross-court pass to Darling. He'll cross it back over to the near sideline with Waters. Drives to the left and tried to pass it into the low block. Lost the basketball. Picking it up, Bobby Parker. Kicks, starts the fast break the other way. And as Cameron received the pass from him, he traveled. And that's a turnover for the Cardinals. They have a 12-point lead with 2:35 to play first half. This one has definitely been a lot more hard-fought than the Cardinals' last couple of games where they've been able to score over 100 points. That looks unlikely tonight as they have just 32 with the first half winding down. Sammy Davis at the top for Kennedy King. He'll give it to Waters right side. Cross-court pass to Darling. Drives baseline. Went with the left hand and got fouled. As Bobby Parker is laying on the ground, looks like he'll get called for his second foul. That's the 9th team foul on the Cardinals. Kennedy King already over the double bonus limit with 10 fouls. And Darling will go to the line for 2 shots after going up with it. And the southpaw dribbles the ball a couple times, puts it up and in on the free throw. Jaime Hale checks back in for Bobby Parker, who will take a seat. Or correction, that's Demonte Harris who will take a seat. Darling with one more free throw. As Kennedy King backs out of the lane, and only Mineral Area College players there for the rebound. This second free throw is missed. And so it's still an 11-point lead for the Cardinals, 32-21. They have the advantage with 2:09 to play first half. Driving right side is Young, and he went up with it and got fouled. So he'll have 2 at the line after the foul on Paris London, his second. Mo Edwards is set to check back in for the Cardinals after this first free throw from Roman Young. 6 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 4 steals yesterday for Young in their 42-point victory against Layin Prep. His first free throw is good, and the 88% free throw shooter rattles it home. We'll make a couple substitutions. Demonte Harris comes back onto the floor for Bobby Parker, and Edwards will take the place of Sonell on the floor for the Cards. Roman Young with one more free throw, trying to extend it to a 13-point lead, and he does. 34-21, 2:05 to play first half. Kennedy King with the basketball, moving left to right, and they're all maroon uniforms. Mack and they're all white. Waters gets across the timeline, passes to the far corner, and that's Daman Greene. Gives it to Harris. Or correction, that's Paris London, who had a tough shot, turn around, banks it off the glass and in, and cuts the lead back to 11. Paris London with 4 points early on. 1:40 to play first half. Edwards at the point. Left-handed dribble. Drives to the lane, and he ran into a man and will get called for the offensive foul. And Edwards now with 3 fouls. And Sonell will take his place once again. And that's a big development with Edwards' 3rd foul of the game. We'll see how his availability is off the bench in the second half as we approach a minute and a half to play in this first half. Waters, long pass to Darling in the corner, drives to the lane. His shot was blocked by a Hale, but he got his own miss and fights across a couple hands. It falls to the corner with Davis. Now back at the top with John Wilson, who will give it to Waters, well away from the basket with 9 to shoot. Waters looks at the shot clock, gets a screen from London. He'll take a long 3 off the ball screen, no good. Harris brings down the backside rebound. Back up the floor come the Cardinals with Roman Young in between the circles. Looks for the play call from the sideline. We're under a minute to play first half, and the Cardinals have an 11-point lead. Young backs it out some more, now drives, gives it to Sonell on the right wing. Now they pass to the left wing with a Hale. He'll take a 3, that's way off. I think it may have gotten partially blocked. That's what they're saying. And that's what they're saying, but they're going to give the ball back to Kennedy King. A little bit of confusion, but Kennedy King has the basketball. It's a turnover. 45 seconds, 43 seconds to go. 34-21, the Cardinals with the lead. About a 14-second difference between game and shot clock. Davis driving with the left hand, puts it up with the contact and got it to go on the foul by Zack Cameron, and he'll have one more at the line. cuts the lead to 9 points for Mack. And Sammy Davis trying to complete the three-point play. That's the first personal on Cameron. Davis, another southpaw on this Kennedy King squad. The free throw is up and off the front iron, no good. So Davis with 4 points, a 9-point lead for Mack, and still just about a fraction of a second difference between the game and shot clock as Sonell has the basketball, and he'll back it out near half court. Gives it to Roman Young again with 10 to shoot. Young between the circles, guarded by Waters. Looking for the ball screen. Instead, he'll drive and kick it out to Sonell, who goes back, gives it back to the corner with Roman Young, and it's just off the front iron, no good. And time expires as it is a 34-25 lead for Mineral Area College at halftime as the two teams go into the locker room. We'll have the Midwest Sports Center halftime show coming up right after this on J98 The Boot. Back inside the Mineral Area College broadcast booth. Mineral Area College is your next step as the men's basketball Cardinals look for their 4th consecutive victory. And they look to go 2-0 in the Bob Seacrest Classic on their home floor. They have a 34-25 lead over the Kennedy King Statesmen up on the Butler Supply scoreboard. Powered by Butler Supply in Farmington, celebrating 75 years servicing the community. Electrical, plumbing, lighting, fasteners, telecom, and tools. Butler Supply located off of Hunt Road in Farmington. You can also visit them online at butlersupply.com. Both teams going back to their benches for final instructions before this second half. Bobby Parker led all scorers in the first half with 11 first-half points and had 2 3-pointers in the opening 20 minutes. The leading scorer for Kennedy King, Javon Waters, their point guard, with 8 points. As these two teams look to extend their seasons with wins, Kennedy King at 3-4, looking for their 4th victory on the year and trying to get back to 500 under David Dildy, their 3rd-year head coach. And Luke Strage's Mineral Area College Cardinals want to move to 5-1 on the season. That would be 4 consecutive victories following an early loss on the year against Tallahassee Community College, who came into that game ranked 13th in the nation. Pretty impressive test early on for this Cardinals team, and they seem to have learned from it with some pretty good victories over the last few games. But as Luke Strage said in the opening of this broadcast, he wants more. He wants to see more from his team, both offensively and defensively. Kennedy King starts with the basketball, moving right to left. They'll inbound it into the backcourt with Mon Greene racing up the court and handing it off to Waters. Young picks him up. He'll pass left side to Davis, picked up by Lance Singh. Another 2-3 zone look from the Cardinals as they try to trap Davis in the corner. He gets it off to Darling on the far side. Darling will pass to the left with John Wilson. Tries to give it to the elbow with Tamon Greene. Saving it from going out of bounds is Waters. 2 to shoot, and he puts it up from long range. It rolls off the back iron, no good, and Bobby Parker brings down the rebound. Parker drives to the foul line, extended on the right side, and backs out to Young. 9-point lead for the Cardinals, moving left to right. Young spins, drives right side, gives to Singh. Thought about the 3, gives back to Young at the top. Drives with the left hand, nice drive into the lane, and lays it off the glass for 2. That's our drive to the game, brought to you by Gilster Mary Lee Corporation. Gilster Mary Lee is hiring Class A CDL drivers and CDL graduates. Benefit package includes miles paid by the hub, paid downtime, unloading allowances, vacation, Christmas and holiday bonuses, plus insurance. Call Mike Welker at 800-851-5371 or online at GilsterMaryLee.com. Shot missed on the other end by Kennedy King. Bringing down the rebound is a Hale. He'll kick out to Parker, who drives with it at the elbow and now gives to Hale for 3, and off the front iron, no good. Back come the Statesmen from right to left. Waters settles between the circles, picked up by Young. Under 18.5 to play in the game. An 11-point lead for the Cardinals. Driving is Darling, and he'll lay it up but miss it. And the rebound comes to Wilson, who put it off the underside of the backboard and got fouled by Parker. And that is number 3 on Bobby Parker. He might have to take a seat. We're not sure yet. Nobody has come in to the scorer's table to sub for him just yet. Either way, John Wilson has 2 free throws. 18-14 to play second half, 11-point lead for Mack. Here is the first free throw. It is glanced off the front of the rim, no good. John Wilson with his first miss of the line. He's 2 of 3. As Paris London comes back onto the floor for Kennedy King. Here's the second free throw from Wilson. It's good. So a 10-point lead for Mack, 36-26. They have the basketball from right to left. 18-10 to go second half. Passes left side to the elbow with Cameron looking for the back cut by Young. Instead, he'll give to a Hale. Passes right side to Parker. He'll try from 3. That's left. No good. And bringing down the backside rebound is Waters. Dribbled it off the timeline a bit, but handled it before going back court to Darling now. Guarded by Singh. Trying to stretch the zone are the Statesmen. They pass between Darling and Waters. Waters had it knocked away momentarily, got it back. 12 to shoot. And now it's knocked away again and off his foot and out of bounds. Good defense by Singh to force that miscue. And a turnover by Kennedy King gives the Cardinals the basketball back with a 10-point lead. Young, bounce pass to Cameron at the elbow. Leaves it for a Hale at the perimeter. Guarded by Wilson, looking for an option. Gives it left to Young, swings it around to Singh, drives baseline, kicks out to Cameron, almost lost it. Now a cross-court pass to Parker, gives it to the corner for a Hale, and a 3 is left short. He fights for his offensive rebound, gets it back, puts it up, and got fouled. And nice hustle by Jaime Hale, earning the foul, going to the bucket, and getting the 2 free throws. The foul goes on London, his 3rd. And Jaime Hale with his 3rd and 4th free throws on the night, 0 of 2 so far. As a Hale, the native of Melbourne, Australia, 6'5", 200-pound freshman, hits this free throw to make it 37-26 with 7:16 to play in the first half, or in the second half, I should say, as Kennedy King takes off John Wilson and brings on a new player. This second free throw missed, and Sammy Davis was the one who came onto the floor. He got the rebound as well. So it's still an 11-point lead for the Cardinals with 17 minutes to play in the second half. Waters, bounce pass to Davis. At the top is Parker guarding the inbounder, and the ball got knocked away out of bounds on the far sideline. Last touch by a Hale for the Cardinals. And Kennedy King will inbound on the far sideline. 17 seconds exactly, or 17 minutes, I should say, as the clock rolls. Under 17 to play second half. They give it to Darling, steps inside the perimeter, pulls up and hits. Long 2 for Darling. He cuts the lead to 9 for Mack. And that's his first field goal of the game. He has 3 points. Young with the basketball, bounce pass at the elbow to Cameron. Gives to Young once again, gets a ball screen, pulls up from 3, no. But Cameron brings down the offensive rebound and a fresh 30 for the Cardinals. Backs it out with Roman Young. Now Young will work to the near sideline. Waters guards him. Wanted a ball screen, but instead he'll drive. He leaves it for Cameron at the low block. Kick out to Hale. He will try the 3, and he'll make it. Jaime Hale with his second 3 of the game. He has 7 points and makes it 40-28. Mack has the lead, and the basketball is with Kennedy King. And driving baseline is Darling. A Hale bumped him going out of bounds, and he'll pick up the foul, and that is a Hale's second foul of the game. 2 team fouls in the second half on Mack. 1 for Kennedy King so far. Mack with the 12-point lead, 16:02 to go second half. Inbound pass underneath the basket for Waters. Almost a 5-second call. He'll get it all the way back out to Daman Greene just in time. 16 seconds to shoot. Greene guarded by Parker. Showing man are the Cardinals. Greene drives and had the shot blocked by Cameron, but a foul as Cameron will pick up his second. And more free throws for Kennedy King as Daman Greene will go to the line. Those will be his first free throws. 15:51 to play, second half. And Daman Greene, the freshman from Chicago, 6'4", 195-pound freshman First free throw off the front iron and rolls in. Makes an 11-point game once again. Greene has one more, bounces the basketball a few times. Puts the second one up, and it's good. So he's 2 of 2 at the line. He has 6. And with 15:49 to play second half, it's 40-30. Cardinals with the lead and the basketball moving left to right. Roman Young leaves it for Parker, right wing. Inside pass to Cameron. Spun around, kicked out to a Hale. Open from the corner for 3. Got it! Jaime Hale with his third 3. He has 10 points now, and it's 43-30 with 15.5 to play. Again, the Cardinals showing a bit of a 2-3 zone this time. Waters backs it out, and pressuring him is Singh. Gives it to Greene on the other side. He'll drive against Young, and that's blocked away fiercely by Zack Cameron. Bit of a frustration after getting called for that foul earlier. He swats that away on the far sideline, and it's Kennedy King basketball with 11 to shoot. As Sonell will come onto the floor, as well as Demonte Harris for the Cardinals, and Kevin Hamlet races on to the court, as well as Maurice Edwards. So a big line change from Mack with 15:15 to play first half. Kennedy King has the basketball on the near sideline, right in front of their own bench, on the opposite end from where I'm sitting. Here is Waters with it after the inbounds pass. Gets a screen from London and passes right side to Greene. Thought about the 3, drove baseline instead. 2 to shoot, 1 to shoot, and expires as nobody on Kennedy King knew how much time was on the shot clock. They turn it over with 15:03 to go second half. Still a 13-point lead for the Cardinals. Maurice Edwards running the point now for Mack as they move left to right. Guarded by Waters in the backcourt. Gives it to Hamlet at the elbow. Hamlet keeps it. Dribbles once and backs out to Edwards again. 17 to shoot. Edwards gets a ball screen. Left-handed dribble, kicks out to Hale. Another 3 try. This one's left short. Offensive rebound, Hamlet. Kicks out to a Hale again. He'll try from the same spot. Again, he missed short. And a rebound pulled down by Daman Greene. Here come Kennedy King the other way. Left-handed dribble by Waters. Kicks out to Wilson. Drove baseline. His shot blocked by Hamlet and rebounded by Edwards. Good defense by Kevin Hamlet and Mack. 14:22 to go second half. Sonell thought about the 3 in the far corner. Instead, back-to-back out to Maurice Edwards. 43-30, Mack with the lead as they settle. Waters guarding Edwards. Dribbles with the left hand, kicks out to Sonell. He'll try from the parking lot. That's left short. An offensive rebound and a putback is good from Demonte Harris. As Harris extends his point total, he has 7 now, or correction, 7 points. Under 14 to play, it's 45-30. The Cardinals have the lead. Waters with the basketball, passes to the low block with Wilson. He'll take a mid-range jumper off the back iron, no good. Rebound fought for and a foul underneath will be called on Paris London. His 4th foul of the game, and with 13:39 to play in the second half, we have a timeout on the floor. 45-30 is the score with Mack leading up on the Butler Supply scoreboard. Timeout brought to you by the Soap Lady. Don't waste another penny on soap products. Call the Soap Lady today. This is Mineral Area College basketball on J98. $13:39 to play in the game, 45-30. The men's basketball Cardinals on top of Kennedy King. Andy Humphrey inside the Mineral Area College broadcast booth. Mineral Area College is your next step, as the Cardinals have the basketball way on the far end of the court as they work from left to right. Fabio Sonell to inbound, and a bit of a full court pressure from Javon Waters on the point guard, Maurice Edwards. He races to the other end, gives it to Harris, who gets it back to Edwards and backs it out with 20 to shoot. To the elbow he goes with Hamlet. A backdoor cut by Sonell. He lost the handle on the pass, and it goes out of bounds. Turnover by the Cardinals. Gives the ball back to the Kennedy King Statesmen. 13:23 to play second half. 15-point lead for the Cards. Right side pass to Darling. Dribbles with the left hand, gives to Daman Greene. Stolen away by Demonte Harris. Up-court pass to Edwards. Tries to lay it in. He does. Maurice Edwards racing to the other end and gets the easy 2 on the fast break. He has 4 points. And we have 13 minutes to play in the second half. 17-point lead for Mineral Area. A tie up underneath on the other end, and Jaime Hale got his hands over the basketball fighting with Davis, and Mineral Area has the possession arrow, a turnover. So now to inbound, and he'll get it right back from Edwards, who now gives it back. Now Edwards driving left hand, stops, pulls up and missed the bunny, but it goes out of bounds last off of the Cards as Hamlet tried to bring down the rebound, couldn't corral it. 47-30. Cardinals with the lead. 12:40 to play second half. Javon Waters with the basketball, gives to Darling, left wing, foul line extended, working against Sonell, a lot of pressure from him. Bounce pass into the block with Wilson. His layup is no good, misses everything, and the ball goes out of bounds. It belongs to Mack. Some up and down action in this second half as we approach under 12 and a half to play. Edwards against Waters. Right side pass to Harris, looking inside. Instead, he'll dribble and pass left to a Hale. Fake the pass, thought about the three, gives to Sonell. He's working against Wilson, drives, stops, kicks out to Hamlet. Open for three, left it short. And a long rebound by Darling, who got bumped by Edwards as he drove it back the other way. And Edwards picks up his fourth foul. That's a costly one as he'll have to go to the bench. Roman Young up to take his place. Lance Singh and Bobby Parker will also come off the bench for Mineral Area as they take off Sonell and Harris. Costly one to take if you're Maurice Edwards. It's the 14th foul in the half for the Cardinals, 2 in the game, or the half I should say, for Kennedy King. The inbound on the near sideline. Still a bit of confusion, and officials delaying play for just a bit. Now they'll inbound it. Here's Javon Waters with the basketball crossing the timeline. We approach 12 to play. Right side pass, Waters is open for three, and that's left short. No threes yet in the game for Kennedy King as they get an offensive rebound. Daman Greene dribbles with it. His pass tipped away by Roman Young, and he eventually gets the basketball as it falls away. Bounce pass from Parker to Singh, who jams it home on the fast break. A 19-point lead for the Cardinals as we approach 11 and a half to play. Singh with 3 points. He guards Daman Greene, the ball carrier. Passes right side to Waters. Bumped off a man. Pulled up for a mid-range jumper, no. Lance Singh with the long rebound, starting the fast break. Parker open for three, good. Bobby Parker is doing it all. His third three of the game. He has 14, and he has a 22-point lead for his Mineral Area College Cardinals. 11 to play second half, and there's an offensive foul on the other end by Daman Greene as Hamlet drew the charge. And for Greene, that is foul number 4. Head coach David Dildy of Kennedy King will call a timeout here. And we'll step aside as well with 11 minutes exactly to play in the second half. 52-30, the Cardinals have the lead up on the Butler Supply scoreboard. This is Mineral Area College basketball on J98. Back inside the Mineral Area College broadcast booth. Mineral Area College is your next step. Andy Humphrey with you as the men's basketball Cardinals have a 52-30 lead over the Kennedy King Statesmen with 11 minutes to play in the second half. I want to thank Lucas Smith Chrysler Center in Festus, the UPS store in Festus, Coles Tractor and Equipment in Farmington, Fleegs Equipment in St. Genevieve and Leadington, and Unico Bank in Potosi, Deloge, and Irondale for sponsoring tonight's broadcast on J98 The Boot. Cardinals with the basketball. They move left to right. Roman Young running the point as Waters guards him. We took under 11 minutes to play. Young drives right side, hands to Parker, hands to Singh. Foul line extended. They go for the lob to Parker. He missed the alley-oop, and a rebound brought down by Waters. They went for the big jam that time, but Parker unable to get the handle as he tried to jam it down. Backing it out on the other end for Kennedy King is Daman Greene, showing a 2-3 zone of the Cardinals. Right side pass to Waters. He'll go to the right with Wilson, into the low block with London, cross-court pass to Greene, drove baseline, missed the bunny, and a putback attempt is good from Sammy Davis. As he gets on the scoreboard again, he has 6. And we approach 10:13 to play in the second half. A 20-point lead for the Cards. Hamlet at the elbow, gives to Young, drives left side, cross-court pass to Singh, to Parker. He'll try from 3, yes! Bobby Parker with his 4th 3 of the game. He has been the main source of offense for the Cardinals, their leading scorer, averaging 15.8 a game, 17 in this one, a 23-point lead for the Cards. Under 10 to play with Waters running the point for Kennedy King. Right side pass to Davis. Waters gets it back, gives to Greene on the other side. Back to Waters at the top. He'll drive and now step back. He tries from 3 off the front iron. Long rebound to Singh. Kick-starting the fast break the other way. Singh passes to a Hale. He's open from 3, and that's off the back. The front iron no good, but Hamlet brings down the rebound. And a fresh 30 for the Cards. Singh will give it back to Young between the circles. As Daman Greene guards him, they give it to the elbow with Hamlet. Kicks out to a Hale, looking for the 3, doesn't take it. Goes to the corner with Parker on the near sideline, gives to Singh. He'll try the 3 this time, no. And the rebound falls to Sammy Davis, who brings it up the court himself for Kennedy King, right to left. And a foul called on the floor. That'll go on to Roman Young. And that's his 1st of the game. Zack Cameron comes back on the floor for Kevin Hamlet as the Cards make a substitution. 8:55 to play second half. 55-32. Mack with the lead over Kennedy King. Fabio Sonell races back onto the floor. He'll take Jaime a Hale's spot as he comes to the bench. Inbounding on the near sideline are the Statesmen with Darling. Gives it to Waters. Darling gets it back on the left wing. 1-3-1 zone now. Or correction, that's still a 2-3. They swing it around to the far corner. Waters picks up the dribble. Sonell pressuring him. Gives to John Wilson as they trap him in the far corner. And that is last off of Kennedy King on the baseline as they turn it over once again. Cards with the basketball with 8:38 to play and a 23-point lead. Young gets the offensive set. Drives across the timeline. Gives to the elbow with Cameron. Looking right side. Instead, he goes all the way into the middle for a wide-open Singh. An easy lay-in for 2. And it's a 25-point lead for the Cards with 8:20 to play. Singh now with 5 points. Darling with the basketball. Gives to Greene. Thought about the 3. Instead, passes right to the corner with Waters, who backs it out a bit with 11 to shoot. Left-handed dribble. Gives to Darling, goes up against Cameron, puts it up and muscles it in for 2. Nice play by Darling. He has 5 in the game, and we're under 8 minutes to play. 57-34. Cardinals with the lead. Cameron at the elbow, gives to Sonell, who tries to drive on the right side and gets his pocket picked by Darling, racing the other way, 1-on-2, goes against Sonell, missed the lay-in, and the rebound falls along to Cameron, and he gets it up court to Parker, over to Singh, fights a contact on the baseline, and got fouled before the shot, it appears. The foul goes on John Wilson. That'll be the 3rd foul on Wilson, and Parker goes to the bench. On comes Demonte Harris. The foul was on the floor, just the 14th foul on Kennedy King, as Paris London will come onto the floor, and racing off is Sammy Davis. Roman Young to inbound underneath. Here's Singh, and it's knocked away before he took the shot. Nice play by Sammy Waters, who takes it the other way and puts it up. It's blocked partially by Cameron. They get their own miss as Daman Greene puts it up under some contact and got the bucket to go. No foul called underneath, but he does cut the lead to 21 for Mineral Area College as we approach 7 minutes to play in the second half. Young up the floor. Gives left side to Sonell. He'll back it out with 12 to shoot. Gives back to Young between the circles. Javon Waters guarding him. Left side pass to Singh. Looking to pass inside, and it got knocked away, stolen by Waters. He'll take it up himself against the zone. And Darling will get the pass and goes up with it and gets fouled. He'll go to the line for 2 shots with 6:38 to play second half, and it's 57-36. Mineral Area College with the lead, and we have a timeout on the floor with 6:38 to play. We'll take a timeout. It's brought to you by the Soap Lady. Don't waste another penny on soap products. Call the Soap Lady today. This is Mineral Area College basketball on J98. Back inside the Mineral Area College broadcast booth. Mineral Area College is your next step as the Mineral Area College men's basketball Cardinals have a 57-36 lead over Kennedy King with 6:38 to play in the game. Andy Humphrey with you from the Bob Seacrest Fieldhouse. The final game of the Bob Seacrest Classic. Mineral Area trying to improve to 5-1 and grab their fourth consecutive victory. Kennedy King trying to keep from falling to 3-5 and losing their second straight ball game. They lost last night to Three Rivers. Three Rivers earlier today defeated Lang Prep 92-71, and Mineral Area defeated Lang Prep yesterday 108-66. Cardinals have retaken the floor. 2 free throws upcoming for Donnell Darling, the 6'1" freshman from Chicago. Basically 2/3 of the roster for Kennedy King is from Chicago, which is where Kennedy King is located. First free throw from Darling is up and good. They're part of a 7-school system called the City Colleges of Chicago. They play in Region 4. As Darling gets the second one to go. He's 3 of 4 at the line and has 7 points for the Statesmen. Cuts the lead to 19 for the Cardinals with 6.5 to play. Cameron at the elbow, gives right side to Young, got it back, has it at the low block, hook shot with the left hand, no, put back no by Harris, and a foul called underneath as Harris got pushed in the back by Daman Greene, who picks up foul number 5, at least by my count, and yes, it is his 5th foul, so Daman Greene is out of the game. They'll bring on Sammy Davis for him. So Daman Greene finishes his night with 8 points. And inbounding underneath the basket is Roman Young. Gives it to Sonell, who thought about the 3, guarded by London. He'll take the 3, and it's off the front iron, but a long rebound comes to Roman Young, and a fresh 30 for the Cards. Singh will drive. Into the lane he goes. A lot of traffic. Got the shot up, but missed. And the rebound eventually falls to Sammy Davis, who races back himself with the basketball from right to left. Drives past Young. Shots blocked by Cameron off the backboard and goes out of bounds. It belongs to the Cards. 5:59 to play second half. 57-38. Cardinals on top of the Statesmen. Young running point for the Cards. Gets the call from his head coach Luke Strage on the near sideline. Gives to Singh left side. Guarded by Darling. Young gets it back. Waters picks him up. Young looks inside. Gets a ball screen. Cameron. Handoff to Harris. On the left side. Crossover. Drives to the lane. And a tough shot. Missed it. And Young trying to get the putback. A lot of tangling of arms there. And eventually the rebound falls to Kennedy King. They come the other way. Into the lane is Davis. Put up the shot. It's missed. And Singh brings down the rebound. 5:25 to play second half. 19-point lead for the Cards as they're set to make some more substitutions. Cameron at the top, Demonte Harris now. Left side pass, Sonell. Has it with Roman Young. Foul line extended on the left wing, far sideline. Backs it out with 5 to shoot. Has to hurry, gets a ball screen, left-handed dribble, gave to Harris in the corner. That's the shot clock, and a turnover by the Cards. We have 4:59 to play in the second half. On comes Jaime Hale. On comes Bobby Parker. Off come Demonte Harris and Fabio Sonell. Still a 19-point lead for Mack over Kennedy King, who have the basketball from right to left. Javon Waters, I don't think he's come off the floor at all. Running point for the Statesmen. Passes right side to Darling. Gets it back to Waters. Into the low block. And now it's knocked away as they tried to get it to London. And Cameron with the steal. Gives it to Young. Gets the ball screen from Cameron. Drives to the elbow and will now back it out. Has a mismatch with Paris London guarding him. We'll see what they do with this as Paris London picks up Roman Young. They'll go a ball screen again. They drive past him. A backdoor cut from Parker, but he missed the lay-in, got his own miss, and the foul is called underneath on John Wilson as Parker hanging his head, knowing that he probably should have gone with the left hand on the baseline that time. But he does get the foul call, and that's the 6th team foul on the Kennedy King Statesman, and also the 4th on Wilson. A turnover, however, on the inbound pass, and back come Kennedy King. Waters the other way, a lot of arms, and he fights through the traffic and gets the foul call in the lane. It'll go on Jaime Hale. That's his 3rd personal, and 7 team fouls now on the Cardinals. And it looks like it's 2 shots for Javon Waters, who is 4 of 4 at the line. First one is up and good. That makes it an 18-point game, 57-39. Cardinals still with the lead. Maurice Edwards takes the spot of Roman Young on the court for Mineral Area. One more free throw for Waters. It's off the back iron, no good, and Singh brings down the rebound. So still an 18-point advantage for Mack as we approach 4:15, 4:14, 4:13 to play. Parker with it on the right side, gives it to the elbow with Cameron. Now to Edwards on the right wing, drives baseline, kicks out, open for 3 is a Hale. No good, and Waters brings down the rebound for Kennedy King. He bobbled it a bit, but kicked it out, and here's a new face into the ball game. That is Alex Watson, as he missed the 3 attempt and fouled on the far sideline after the offensive rebound is London. The foul goes on Cameron, and that is Cameron's 3rd. Luke Strage, Mack head coach, wants a timeout as things are not really going to his liking at the moment. He is up 18 with 3:50 to play in the second half. We'll take that timeout with him on J98 The Boot. 3:50 to play in the ball game, 57-39. The men's basketball Cardinals lead it up on the Butler Supply scoreboard. Mineral Area College looking to move to 5-1 on the season with their 4th consecutive win. They now break their huddle on the near sideline. Free throws for Paris London, I should say. I haven't gotten that right all night. He has 2 European cities as his first and last name. Paris London at the line for 1-1. Nobody in the lane for Kennedy King. It's all Cardinals, as they'll likely get the rebound after this miss, and it is missed. As Cameron brings it down and gives the Cardinals back the basketball with 3:42 to play second half. They have an 18-point lead. Mo Edwards running the point against Waters. He'll bounce past the Singh at the top. Gets a ball screen from Cameron and tries to cross over, but lost the handle. Waters dives for it on the near sideline, saved it from going out of bounds to Watson. And here's Davis up court. Jump stop, faked the shot, and put it up and got fouled on the turnaround jumper on the low block. Singh fouled him. That is foul number 3 on Lance Singh. And Sammy Davis is going to the line for, I believe, 2 shots. The southpaw puts up the first free throw, and it's off the back iron and missed. Fabio Sonell comes back onto the floor, and Lance Singh will take a seat. One more for Davis, who is 0 of 2 at the line tonight. Here's the second one, and it's good. Sammy Davis with 7 points, cuts the lead to 17 for the Cardinals with 3:20 to play. Mo Edwards, bounce pass to Cameron, up top of the key. Looking for an option and goes left side to Sonell at the left wing. Drives right in the middle of the lane, kicks out to Parker. He's wide open for 3, no good. But a backside rebound by Jaime Hale and a fresh 30 for the Cards. 3 minutes to play in the game. They lead by 17. Bounce pass to Cameron. Looking again. Right side to Sonell. Foul line extended on the right. Gives to Edwards at the top. Backs it out again. 12 to shoot for the Cards. looking for a ball screen. And Parker wanted to give it to him, but instead Edwards drives himself, gave it to Cameron at the low block. Bounce pass over to Sonell, open for three. That rolled off a couple times off the rim and miss. A rebound by John Wilson, who drives it up himself, steps through, and puts up a floater. No. And a Hale pulls down the rebound. We're under 2.5 to play. Mack still with a 57-40 lead over Kennedy King. They look well on their way to move to 5-1 and 2-0 in this Bob Seacrest Classic. They pass right to Maurice Edwards. Waters picks him up. Edwards, inside pass to the free throw line with Cameron, looking baseline. Instead, kicked it out to Edwards. Has three to shoot. Edwards will step back and try a three. It's off the back iron. Cameron pulls down the offensive rebound to Sonell as he drives and floats it all the way to the other side of the court. Now Parker will have it and back it out with 20 to shoot as they run clock again. Over to Cameron at the top. Left side pass to Sonell. Into the corner with Maurice Edwards as he wants to clear out. He'll try from three again, misses again, and a backside rebound by John Wilson. He'll race it up the court himself for Kennedy King. His pass deflected away, and Edwards saves it from going out of bounds and keeps his balance as well. We're under 1.5 minutes to play, 57-40. The Cards have the lead, and they'll run some more clock as Edwards drives and missed the lay-in, and Edwards not having as good of a game as he did last night with the 19-point performance off the bench, but his team's still up 17 as Waters has his shot blocked on the other end. Kennedy King will have the basketball underneath the hoop with 1:07 to play. And another substitution. Roman Young comes onto the floor and will take off Mo Edwards. Young will guard the inbounder Waters as they try to get it into Watson. Instead, they'll go low block to Davis, who got contacted as he went up and has two more free throws after a foul by Bobby Parker, who gets ticketed with his fourth. Cards are over the foul limit as Davis will go to the line for two. Davis with his fourth and fifth free throws of the night. He is 1 of 3 so far. He makes this first one to make it 57-41. Davis with 8 points in the game as Davis puts up the second free throw, and he gets it as Luke Strachey wants a timeout after that made free throw. 15-point lead for the Cardinals with 1:06 to play as we'll keep it right here on J98. The Cardinals look to be well on their way to moving to 5-1. They won yesterday 108-66 against Lang Prep. They lead 57-42 against Kennedy King tonight. As Luke Strachey, he talked about it earlier, still doesn't think his team is taking the next step, but it appears that they are playing much better defense against this Kennedy King squad tonight after allowing 66 and 63 to Lang Prep and Quincy, respectively, in their last couple of games. This appears to be a much better defensive effort so far from his squad tonight in their final game of the Bob Seacrest Classic. Stay tuned. We'll have the post-game show after this. We'll go over the final stats as well as hear from head coach Luke Strachey. We now hit 1 minute to play as the Cardinals have the basketball moving left to right. Roman Young will pass at the top of the key with Cameron. He looks for an option inside. Instead, passes left to Young. Waters guarding him. 49 seconds to play. Bounce pass into the elbow with Cameron. Nice cut into the lane to Parker, who jams it home. And it's a 17-point lead for the Cards. That's our play of the game, brought to you by Unico Bank. See them in Potosi, Irondale, and Deloge, or unicobank.com. Unico Bank, homegrown, locally owned, locally operated for you. Bobby Parker, the leading scorer on the season for the Cards. He leads them tonight with 19. As Waters has the basketball, being pressured. 14-second difference between game and shot clock. 10 to shoot, 22 to play as Davis has it at the top. Passes left side to Waters. He'll drive baseline, reverse lay-in, just rolls off, and a rebound falls to Young, who will just eat it up, and he doesn't have to take a shot anymore. 10 seconds to play. He can bleed out the rest of the clock. And Mineral Area College will move to 5-1 on the season after a 59-42 victory over the Kennedy King Statesmen tonight. They go 2-0 in their own invitational, the Bob Seacrest Classic, as they once again get a victory and move to 5-1. We'll have more on the postgame show and wrap things up on J98 right after this. Mrs. Mineral Area College Basketball.